Lakers win 105-103 with a back-breaking shot from Anthony Davis. As Anthony Davis hit that game-winning shot, the man yelled, "Kobe." Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. Damian Lillard got that track, Kobe with Snoop Dogg. Really great track to really tell you what that moment feels like. And it felt electric when he hit that shot. Essentially, it was a reputation-defining shot because you make your bones in the playoffs, you make your name in the playoffs, and Anthony Davis just did that. He's not like a playoff P. He's not just making up a name, dude, just to make up a name. I mean, he really came through and did the damn thing. Initially in the game, he was passive. He had 9 points in the first half, 3 for 10. But then in the second half, he scored 22 big points, and he finished with 31 points. LeBron had, I believe, 26 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. But by all accounts, guys, the Lakers should have lost this game. They had 23 turnovers to 22 assists. LeBron James had 6 of those turnovers. We're going to talk about that in a second. When you look at Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Jokic had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. The Nuggets shot better than the Lakers. They shot 47% from the field, 33% from 3. The Lakers shot 44% from the field and 36% from 3. But that's a little misleading because due to the fact that the Lakers' 36% comes from Anthony Davis hitting that last 3. So it could have been 33, it could have been 32, it could have been 30. So just based on that alone, they should have lost. But then the Lakers had 23 turnovers, which is very rare. And you have that many turnovers, usually if you have 17 to 23 turnovers, 25 turnovers, you automatically lose the game, point blank period. Now we're going to go to those turnovers, and one of the key things to really notice is down the stretch, the Lakers started playing not to lose. Instead of playing to win, they're playing not to lose, playing keep it with the basketball. They kept getting late into the shot clock, taking ill-advised shots. LeBron turned the ball over, I want to say 2 or 3 consecutive sequences where he had bad plays. And if Anthony Davis doesn't hit that shot, we're talking about how LeBron James is passive and how he doesn't have the eye of the tiger. So it's funny how the narrative changes when somebody hits a big shot. Al Pacino said this best. The game is about inches. He said this at Any Given Sunday. It's a movie, but the small things really matter. The game is about inches. Inches. What am I talking about? Possessions in basketball. When LeBron James drove the lane and they passed the ball to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope passed the ball to Alex Caruso. That was a great shot. He misses the shot though. Danny Green gets the rebound. That killed all momentum because if the Denver Nuggets get that rebound, the game's over. The Lakers have to foul. But they didn't get the rebound. Game is about possessions or inches. PJ Dozier came in the game, did great in the game. He was pushing the ball. Excellent energy. 1 for 5 from the free throw line. If he hits 3 or 4 free throws, we're either looking at an overtime game if Anthony Davis hits a 3, or we're looking at the Denver Nuggets still win the game. Game is about inches. Mason Plumlee, he calls out for a switch with Jeremy Grant when Jeremy Grant was facing the baseline. LeBron James never set a screen for Mason Plumlee to call out a switch. That being said, Mason Plumlee, that was a defensive breakdown for the Denver Nuggets. So it's all about inches. It's the smallest things that get you to win or lose a game, especially when you're playing at the highest levels. Denver Nuggets could look at it like this if you want to frame it in a positive light, which I don't feel they can because that was a back-breaking shot, and they've never been down 2-0. They always been like 1-1, and then they go up 3-1. Here's the thing. You can say the Lakers took care of home court. We almost know home court, but they took care of home court. All we got to do is turn around and take care of our home court. Pat Riley once said the playoffs don't begin until the home team loses a home game. So that's the kind of mentality you use. The Lakers could look at it the same way. Like, look, guys, we took care of home court, but we got lucky. We didn't play well. Now, what the worst part about that is that's going to make the Lakers focus even more. That's going to make LeBron key in on the turnovers even more. And, it does the bode well for Denver, in my opinion, because that was their game to take. That was their one game to take. Let's just say people say they're going to come back 3-1. That was their one to come back from 1-3. That was it. And they were unable to take advantage of it. Jokic was a monster down the stretch. The man had 11 straight points. He had a tip-in. He had a three-pointer. He had the layup where he backed down to the all-team first defensive guy. And one thing I'm talking about inches again is when Jokic hits the little tip in, Anthony Davis gets the ball right back, runs it back down, and shoots the little floater in the lane, or a little shot in the lane in less than 10 seconds. So right when every time they get ready to take a lead, they kind of give it was like a little defensive breakdown here and there. And that comes from basic stuff, stopping the ball. This has been interesting. Even though the Lakers are up 2-0, it's still an interesting series. Denver could make a series out of it because some of the things that they did work. Going downhill, getting the switches, taking advantage of those switches. Jamal Murray was able to make a good play. Jokic kind of came alive down the stretch, especially with 4 fouls. So some of the things worked, but it feels like it's almost insurmountable. But you could look at it like this, guys. They didn't do anything special. They just took care of the first 2 games. We got to take care of the next 2 games, and we can make it a series. It's a very good series, very entertaining. Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.